Hello beautiful, and thank you for clicking on today's video. Before this video even starts, I just wanted to hop on here before the intro and say we've made it to 1,000 subscribers, and actually at the time of recording this video we have exceeded 1,000 subscribers. I would like to thank you guys so much for being here and helping me hit my first major milestone here on YouTube, and I hope you guys are here for the next milestone on YouTube. But I do hope to continue bringing content that either entertains you, inspires you, or brings you value of some kind. But thank you so much for being here. Thank you so much for helping me get to that milestone. And yeah, thanks so much. Like I'm excited. I feel like it's been a long time coming. And I'm so happy to be here with you guys. I also want to let you know that I am going to be getting a new camera very, very soon. I'm talking to my sister right now about possibly buying her camera used if it fits the specs of what I'm looking for. Otherwise, there's 2 to 3 other options that I'm looking at that I would be getting probably later next month if I have to pay full price for them. So now that I've hit that milestone, the video quality is going to get better very, very soon. So thanks for being here. Thanks for helping out the channel. Thanks for supporting me, and I hope to continue to entertain. Okay, let's go ahead and get into the video. Thanks. Hello, beautiful, and thank you for clicking on today's video. Recently, I shared my minimalist skincare routine and stuff and my simple approach to skincare. And as you can tell by the title today I'm going to be doing that again, but with my makeup. My makeup routine has changed a lot over the years. In high school, I feel like it was around an hour and a half, and now it's about 10 minutes to do my full face, whether I'm going out for the day or out for the night, whatever it may be. And like most things in my life, I do try to keep them simple, streamlined, and minimal to keep my wallet fuller, my days more productive, and everything just a little bit more simple. Alright, so I've been trying to figure out the best way to film this, and I think this is the angle I'm going to go with, where I'm talking to you about what products I'm using, and then I'll put them on in the mirror or maybe in the camera. But I start off with putting my hair up, and then I roll into a tinted sunscreen, and I actually have a couple of options today. I typically will do the Paula's Choice Super Light Daily Wrinkle Defense, but I also have what I got from my dermatologist recently is the Color Science Tinted Sunscreen. I think on the daily basis, I prefer the Paula's Choice. It also sits really well under regular foundation and it's not very oily. The Color Science has a better color payoff. However, I feel like it never really sets into my skin. It doesn't feel like I'm wearing makeup, it's very lightweight. But unlike with the Paula's Choice, if I were to like rub up against my shirt or something, there's definitely going to be transfer, like no matter what. And then, similar issue, similar product, I have a sample of the Ella MD tinted that my dermatologist gave me, and I used this yesterday, and it was a very similar formula to the Color Science. However, this one is a little bit tanner, and it is summer, so I'm going to go with this one today. But they're all 3 good options, just sort of plus or minus what you prefer in a tinted sunscreen. Now, some of you guys may be wondering, why in high school did my makeup routine take multiple hours sometimes? And why did I have hundreds and thousands of dollars worth of makeup? And that is because of makeup YouTube. So I grew up during the era where makeup YouTube was really like hitting it off, and people on YouTube were showing off their vast makeup collections, and for some reason it was really important to have collections of makeup even though makeup goes expired. And I remember just having such deep FOMO for these girls on YouTube that had hundreds and thousands of dollars worth of makeup that they never wore. And I remember for like every holiday, every birthday, I would ask for makeup. So I had not as vast of a collection as like a YouTube beauty guru, but it was definitely more than any one face could ever possibly use. Okay, so that's blended in now, and as you can see, it does have quite a dewy finish, and I'm already an oily person, so I try to take that down with my one and only foundation. This right now is a little bit pale for me. However, with this being a little bit tan, it kind of evens out. And this is the Your Skin But Better CC Airbrush Perfecting Powder. And this is the foundation that I use regularly. It has SPF in it, which I like a lot. And then I just sort of go on over that tinted sunscreen. And sometimes when I'm in a different climate, I'll just wear the sunscreen, but when I'm in this drier climate, my skin overproduces oil like so egregiously that powder is just like what I need. Which is not the worst problem because I don't have like dry, flaky, itchy skin, but it is a lot to manage day to day, constantly looking like an oil slick, especially because I wear sunscreen every day, and sunscreen tends to make skin more dewy than matte. So I just go ahead and I apply all of that kind of all over. I just sort of slap it on. And then I go in with my blush. Again, my one and only blush. This is from Burt's Bees. I prefer to go with a peach color for my blush. And I just apply that to the high points of my cheeks because I have kind of high cheekbones. And also, as I'm aging, my skin is starting to kind of like sag down. So putting the blush a little bit higher kind of lifts everything up in a way that's manageable for me without doing like a full contouring. All right, now that's applied. Then I go in with this e.l.f. Beauty Blender dupe, which I actually prefer to the Beauty Blender. And I go in just to sort of blend everything together so that I don't have any really obvious areas where there's like a ton of foundation. So it's really just sort of like beating myself up with this little sponge here. Super easy. Okay, then I do eyebrows. And for eyebrows, I use the NYX Tinted Brow Mascara. This is the only product I've ever used in my brows with the exception of my wedding where I used the European Wax Center Powder, which is one of the few not daily makeup items that I still have left because I do like this item. It's just a little bit high maintenance for me for daily. So I'm gonna go in with this and I just sort of groom it through my brows, get them looking a little bit more shapely. And I'm not really particular, so if you're looking for like a makeup tutorial, I'm not your girl. I just sort of like slap it on my face and then get out the door. Okay, then I have this concealer. I'm not a huge concealer person, but I am trying to use this up. So I just put it in the corners here of my eyes and blend it down. I'll typically do this before I apply blush, but kind of forgot, so we're going a bit out of order today. Also, a really helpful thing with having a really small makeup collection is travel is so much easier. When I used to feel not very good about myself, like I had to have all of this makeup in order to like look my best, traveling was just like a nightmare because it takes up so much space in your luggage, and I usually go carry on a personal item only, and it never worked out. So next we're gonna do eyes, and for eyes, eyeshadow was like my crux when I used to be really into makeup, and it wasn't until very recently that I downsized to just these 3 shadow sticks because I simply do not have the time to be blending eyeshadow right now in my life. So I have these 3 from e.l.f. and I'll either use this color, which is Magnetic Pull. I'll use this by itself when I'm really in a rush, or when I want to look a little bit better or I have a little bit more time. I will use these 2 colors together, which is Copper Chic and Rose Gold. And I do Rose Gold from the inner corner to the halfway point, and then Copper Chic from the halfway point to the outer corner. And then I'll go in underneath with that as well. So I'm gonna apply these really super fast, and then I just blend it in with one brush. It's super easy. And if I wasn't doing this YouTube video, honest to God, this makeup routine takes sometimes less than 10 minutes, depending upon how quickly I'm kind of slapping it all on my face. But the cool thing with these shadow sticks is you don't really have to be precise. You just draw it on like a kindergartner coloring for the first time, super fast. And then what I do is I take my one blending brush here and I just sort of blend it so there's no harsh lines. I'm not very particular. If things go kind of where they're not supposed to, it all ends up looking pretty okay at the end, just like that. Alright, so that's eyeshadow. Then I will wipe the sunscreen and foundation off my lips, And right now I am using these products up. I do like the tinted chapstick and lip gloss look. However, I'm not the biggest fan of lip gloss. I do prefer a lip oil. I'm just trying to use this product up so it doesn't go to waste, and then I will be getting a lip oil. But this is the Burt's Bees tinted chapstick. And my lips are naturally colored because I'm still pretty young. So tinted chapstick tends to be enough for me. And then just a little bit of that lip gloss. Done. And then my last step here is my mascara, and my mascara is kind of like the highest maintenance part of my makeup routine, and that is because I use two mascaras. I will go in with this CoverGirl Lash Blast Volume once, then I'll go in with the Essence Lash Princess once, and then back in again with the CoverGirl. And the reason I do that is because this one separates, this one volumizes. However, this one is really smudgy, so I need this to be kind of like the last one on to sort of hold it all together so that this doesn't get smudgy throughout the day. This is probably also the longest part of my makeup routine, so I'm gonna do a quick cut here and I'll come back in a minute. So I'm halfway done and I just want you to see the difference that makes. I have actual like eyelashes. Thank God I got my dad's eyelashes and not my mom's. No offense, Mom. But they're pretty like light colored. They're brown at the root and then they kind of go blonde. So they look not very big on their own, but then you add the mascara and it's like, wow. So I'm gonna do the other eye now. All right, and that is actually my entire makeup routine. Now right now it might look a little bit not quite right, and that is because the biggest factor of my makeup routine is actually how long it sits on my skin. I think because I use the tinted sunscreen as my foundation, it takes like a minute or two to really kind of settle and then look like skin. So right now I might look a little bit cakey and a little bit pale, but 5 minutes from now, everything's gonna be looking really good. I think also the lighting is not the most ideal. But I did, now that we're at the end of the video and my 5 to 10 minute makeup routine is done, I did wanna show you all of the makeup I own as a minimalist. So I'm gonna fire through that really quickly. So you already saw I have my foundation, I have my one blush. That is it for the face with the exception of the tinted sunscreen. I count that more as skincare though. I have this one brow product and this brow product that I use more for special occasions. I have one concealer, and when this one is gone, I have another one kind of that I want to get from Bobbi Brown that's really nice and brightening, but I only really need one. I know some people have 2 or 3 for different areas on their face. When my skin is not looking its best, I'll still just do this makeup routine and kind of like deal with it. You know, skin is not always perfect, it is what it is. Eyeshadow, like you saw before, I have just these 3 shadow sticks and that is it. Then mascara, I have these 2 mascaras and that is it. Lip products, I have a few more here, so I'm gonna grab my little basket. So for lip products, I have 2 chapsticks that my friend made for me that I'm just sort of working through. I have this lip balm that my husband got on an airplane that I am also just sort of working through. I have the 2 lip products that you saw before that I actually used today and have been using every day, trying to use them up. And then I have my red lipstick. I am somebody who does love a red lip, even if there's not like a special occasion for it. And my favorite lip product, which I'm really sad because the company I believe has gone under, is the Bite Beauty Lip Stain. And I have the color Sangria Slush. And this is the perfect red for me. And the formula, I'm really upset that it's not available anymore because I've not found a lipstick formula like this. You put it on and it's very much like a lipstick. It's not too matte, it's not too like glossy, none of that. But then it stains your lips, and as it fades away, it fades in a way that's like not obvious. So many lipsticks, I feel like I get that like line right in the middle of my lips. This one has never done that. And then when it does fade away, it leaves this beautiful stain for the rest of the day. So, bummer that they don't exist anymore. If you guys have a dupe for the Bite Beauty formula, I would really appreciate it, but this is my favorite red. And sometimes I'll also, when I want more color on my lips, but not like a full red, I'll just sort of dab this on and then blend it out and put a lip gloss on top, so that is also an option. But that's my only lipstick, and then I do have a lip liner to go with that. And that is it for my makeup. Let me go into my tools. Okay, so for tools, they stay in this little box, and I have my one foundation brush, my one blush brush, my one eyeshadow blending brush, and my one like beauty sponge. I also have 2 or 3 brushes that I'm currently saving just in case I want to get back into powder eyeshadow in the future. I used to have 6 or 7 brushes, now I only have 3 that I'm saving just in case, and if by the end of the year I never switch back to the powder, I'll probably declutter them, but let me show you what they are. So these are the brushes that I'm keeping just in case I get back into powder eyeshadow, and they're all kind of random. I have this one from MAC that I use on the inner corner. I have this blending brush from Morphe. I have this little sort of round application brush from e.l.f. And then this flat brush that I like to use to get under the eye from Vera Mona. I believe I got this in an Ipsy a very long time ago. But these are the 4 extra like backstock brushes that I have just in case I do get back into powder foundation one day. And that is it. These 2 little bins here from the dollar store are what hold all of my makeup and all of my daily brushes. It sits beautifully in my little drawer here, and my days are much quicker. I still always feel put together, even though my makeup routine is really simple and streamlined. I never feel like I need more, and it's been really great. And that is going to be it for the video today. If you have made it to this point of the video, thank you so much for watching to the end, and let me know in the comments down below if you are a makeup wearer, and if you are, if your makeup is minimal, similar to mine, or if it's a little bit more maximal because makeup is a place in your life where you prefer to have abundance. Let me know that in the comments down below. I'm kind of curious because most of my audience is women, and most women wear makeup, so I'm curious kind of where everybody falls on the spectrum. Like the video if you liked it, subscribe if you're not already, and with all of that being said, thanks so much, and I'll see you soon with another video.